Alright, I'm trying not to fanboy too much with the new hat, but one, it's a nice hat, and two, I did have to order one with the mower. But anyway, let's get to the video. Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So this is the second video on the Husqvarna 430. Just got it unboxed and finished installing everything with the boundary wires and the charging pad and all that stuff, and now we're starting to do the I guess the trial run, you can say, with testing out, you know, the boundaries that I've all set up, because I've got it set up in the backyard, got it set up in the front yard as well. And then before I actually start burying the cable, I just want to let it do a few mows before I go to that much work. So far everything's working well. I've got a few mows in now, and basically what I'm going to be doing right now is I've given the McLean reel mower and the Honda 217, given it a week off, so that'll be a nice little break for those mowers because they've been working pretty hard this early spring. Get them all cleaned up, get a little bit of TLC put back into those. We're gonna let the 430 run for a little over a week and keep the backyard mode as low as we can, in the front yard around 2.5 inches, which is the max height of cut for this mower, and just see how it does. Now, what I've done to help with the comparison test is I've edged and weed eated everything yesterday. So yesterday was the start of day one. We'll let it go a week, and then we'll come back and we'll do a comparison video. So right now I kind of wanted to take also a little bit of time to walk you around the front yard and the backyard and just kind of show the condition that my yard is in right now, some of the products that I've put down on it, and where we're sitting this spring. So here we go. Alright guys, so now we're in the front yard, which is where I got all the St. Augustine. Now the St. Augustine, I've got it kept at about 2.5 inches right now, which is the max height for the auto mower. So with that being said, it's going to be very interesting to see if I can maintain that height of cut, because once the summer months really start setting in, you know, with this oak tree providing shade and everything, this lawn looks a lot more full whenever it's around 3 to 3.5 inches. So I'm kind of interested to see how well this auto mower is actually going to do with that. Now, this is its first cut on the front yard, and so far it's doing pretty good. Not too many hang-ups in too many places. So one of them is over here on this east side of the house, where I've been trying to get the St. Augustine to actually take over, but still got some Bermuda and a lot of weeds, so got to maintain that. But over here along this fence is where I've got a washout, so just got some equipment to do a French drain, but as you can see, it got stuck over here and it was just doing a pill out, and there was no recovery on it. So that's the first time that it's been stuck so far in the time that I've had it. One thing that I am pretty leery about with this mower on the St. Augustine is I think the blades of grass may be a little bit too big for it to handle. As you can see down low on the blades of grass here, I'm not getting like a good cut on it compared to the Bermuda grass. The blades are only getting about half cut, or sometimes even sectioned a little bit, or even not cut at all and just kind of weeded. But once it does cut cleanly across. I do know, you know, with this mower you want it to do multiple passes over and over. That's the intention of the mower, to take a little bit off at a time. So, you know, like I said, that's why we're going to give it a week. Alright guys, so we're in the backyard now. This is where I got the common Bermuda. Right now, keeping it at a height of cut. So with the McLean, I was doing about 5/8 of an inch. Letting it grow up now because springtime's really kicking into gear. And I'm going to try to maintain around 3/4 of an inch with the McLean. The auto mower there is going to be keeping it at 8/10 of an inch whenever it's cutting. But as you can see, we've got some really good green up back here. Now, I did a little under a pound of nitrogen application of Yard Mastery's Summer Stress Blend to kickstart the lawn, and then I came back with the flagship and put a little over a pound of nitrogen on the lawn just about a couple weeks ago or so. So it's definitely kicking in. definitely seeing the effects of the iron as this thing is greening up hard. Now, I do have a few areas. As you can see, there's some pretty big bare spots, and you're probably like, Braden, what's going on there? Well, that's the areas of St. Augustine. That's where I killed off all the St. Augustine last fall with the Roundup grass killer and just wiped it out. Now, as you can see, there's patches of Bermuda in those areas, so I'm definitely trying to push it as much as I can to get that spread, get that Bermuda to spread and fill in. Also underneath this bur oak over here, that is where I would like to establish the Bermuda. I've had the canopy lifted just a little bit on it to allow for some more sunlight. So that's kind of the big projects in the backyard. Now, as far as the Bermuda goes, it's doing great. Not a lot of weeds back here, so that's very nice. I'm not having to fight a lot of weeds. I tell you what, this area over here is really starting to pop. It's becoming one of my more favorite parts of the yard. We put a garden in over here, and it was just kind of some leftover azalea bushes and stuff like that from the front yard. I'll kind of do a little garden walkthrough video here pretty soon for you guys, but check this out. This is really starting to look good. Also, whenever we got our mulch, ended up getting 2 yards of sand just to kind of practice with my leveling rake and kind of get an idea of how well sanding works and what to kind of expect if we actually do a full sand leveling this summer. So that's why you kind of see some of the spots, because we actually took out and capped over 15, was it 14? It might have been right at 15 sprinkler heads in our system, because if you remember, this area over here, this used to be an old wooden deck that was rotted. We took it out a long time ago, back in like 2016 or so, and the sprinkler system had some heads around it. So now that it's not there anymore, we have areas that were getting overwatered. So I took all that out, arranged all my sprinkler heads to make sure that it's just getting even coverage on one application. That way I'm not just overwatering and wasting water. All right, so that wraps it up for this video. Be looking for another video on the follow-up on this after 1 week of mowing, and we'll try to get a few results and maybe form some more opinions about what I think this mower can actually do for me and my lawn, and go from there. So as always, guys, you know, like, share, subscribe, follow, all that stuff, but most importantly, leave a comment down below if you feel inclined to do so. I like sharing my hobby with you all, and I like it when you share back with me and stuff, so I try my best to answer any questions or anything. So again, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'll try to get back to you as always. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.
Come on, baby.
Boom, baby.
Let's do it again.